Plus, we got Colin Barnes in, everybody.
Yay, Colin Barnes.
Good morning.
You brought the mustache this year, dude.
I did. I'm rocking it.
I like it. So, Colin, tell us what you were here for. We don't generally have interviews this early in the morning, so this is a special treat for us.
Yeah, it is pretty early.
It is early. You are here bright and early for us, so thank you for that. Tell us who you are.
Yeah, so I'm Colin Barnes. My wife and I are part of a nonprofit organization called the Phoenix Phase Initiative. So we've been around for a little while. We're here in Newton, and we are working to help women who have been rescued from sex trafficking all over the world. It's a bit of an undertaking.
Yeah.
But we're raising money right now and raising awareness because, it happens everywhere. There's sex trafficking here in Newton. There's sex trafficking in Des Moines. There's sex trafficking all over the world. And so we're trying to raise awareness for that and just get people to open their eyes. And so we're raising money right now to help some of these women, primarily in Arua, Uganda. It's an area that's been really hard hit by just an influx of refugees from South Sudan and the civil war that was in Uganda and all the things like that. And so, yeah, trying to raise some money and awareness for that, and we're going to help these women by giving job training and trauma counseling and financial management skills and just gardening and just giving them some space and some time to heal so that then they can make a hard shift, a hard pivot, and go in a better direction for themselves.
Wow.
Now, is this your third year doing Run for Her Life?
This will be our fourth year.
This is your fourth year doing Run for Her Life. So I think we've partnered with you every year so far.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
That's really cool. And I remember talking to you at the beginning of all of this, and you and your wife had gone as missionaries. Is that right? Tell us how this started and how you chose Uganda as the center.
Yeah, my wife and I, so it's a lot of faith-based, and so we knew we were supposed to do something. We weren't entirely sure what it was, and so we were praying about it, talking about it, and just kind of waiting. And I had always been drawn to Africa and Uganda. There was a terrible, terrible, 20-plus year civil war there, child soldiers, and the whole bit. And my wife wasn't feeling the same things. So we're like, well, I don't know what we're supposed to do. And she and I were talking about it, and suddenly we went to a gala for another nonprofit, Garden Gate Ranch,
Sure.
that they help women who have been rescued from sex trafficking also. They're super awesome. Check them out. But they were talking about it, and we're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was a thing. And we did a ton more research, and then finally we were talking, we're like, what if we're supposed to help these women in Africa, blend the two things together? And it was like an epiphany, the cartoon light bulb over your head, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's it. Mm-hmm. And I'm a school teacher. She's a mom. and
upholsterer, right?
And she does reupholstery. Yeah, it's awesome.
That is
but
cool.
It's like, I don't feel equipped to do this at all. But, we've had some people that have come alongside us and had some good conversations and doing research and talking to people who have been successful and people who have not been successful and trying to just figure out the best way of going about doing it. And so it's been a slow roll.
Yeah.
But, we're okay with that because we want to build a strong foundation first before you just dive in, because the last thing we want to do is get in there, start helping these women, and then have everything fall to pieces. Mm-hmm. And then they're just left high and dry. So we're working on building that foundation, and whenever we get our money raised is when we get our money raised. And we've already got an in-country coordinator down there. We've got some architects at the DMAC campus in Ankeny have graciously volunteered their time and talents, and they're putting together some 3D models of the campus that we're building. Mm-hmm. And it's really awesome. Just people hear about this, and they're like, oh, that's great. How can I help? So
that's great. So what do you have a timeline that you're hoping for as far as when you may be able to start? Do you have your location and everything? And
we have a general location. So it's going to be in Arua, Uganda. So that's northwest Uganda. It's a couple miles from the border of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which there's a lot of stuff happening there. And we don't really have a set timeline. It's whenever we raise the funds. So we need about $200,000, which for a school teacher and somebody who does reupholstery,
Yeah.
I've never seen that much money in one
Sure.
place before. And so we figure whenever we get it, that's when we'll move. And it's kind of a tough thing because a lot of people say, okay, I'm going to donate money. Now I want to see where it goes. I want to see
Right.
what's happening with it. But the African culture is so different from the culture here in America that, over there, when I was in Uganda, I learned this, and talking with some people, Many Hands for Haiti and stuff like that, that if you aren't using something, it's expected then that you'll give it away. And so a friend of mine was setting up a thing in Haiti, and he was working on, they bought the land, and then they were going to go to phase 2 and start building. They bought the land. When they came back to start building, somebody had taken their land. Like, well, you weren't using it. I'm like, oh shoot.
So did they not have
it's
the
been
rules,
a learning curve.
the laws on that kind of thing down there?
Yeah,
or
it's
different like that.
Yeah, the culture is just so different. So it's hard getting people to understand that, and it's hard understanding it myself. That's why we have, somebody in Uganda who can help us through all these things, because I'm never going to claim to be an expert on Ugandan society and culture. So yeah, so it's hard to say like, yeah, this is what we've done so far, because right now we're just raising the funds so that we can do it all at once, so that we can, not mess up, or
Sure.
we want to make sure we take care of everything, dot the I's, cross the T's.
You bet. So is there a way, you have a run for life.
Yep.
We'll talk about the run. Is there a way for people to kind of watch and see where your progress is heading every year, and how they can track you that way?
Yeah, we mostly do stuff on Facebook. That's the easiest, quickest way for us to just push out updates on things that are going on. We do have a website that you can gather information about us on that. So that's phoenixphaseinitiative.org.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also just look us up on Facebook and Instagram, Phoenix Phase Initiative. And that's where we push out all of our newest pictures, and hey, here's this update, and this is what's going on. And we're working on our Run for Her Life right now, obviously. So that's any changes, that's where we post them first, and then talking about doing a gala or something once we get some more people that are with us. We've got a very small board. There's 4 of us, and we're just waiting for people that are interested, that want to come alongside us and express interest. And if they want to join us, yeah, then we'll be able to do more and hopefully get to the point that we can help these women faster.
Tell us how people can get signed up for the run and be a part of this and help you.
Absolutely. So the run takes place on May 11, and it's here in Newton at Legacy Plaza, starts and ends there. If you can't do it May 11, I know we're getting into graduation season. There's also virtual options, and you get the medal, you get the shirt, you get the bag, you get all the fun things that runners love. So if you go to runsignup.com/runforherlife, then it'll take you right there. It gives all the information, start and end times, contact information. You can also go to our website, phoenixphaseinitiative.org, click Run for Her Life on there, and that'll take you to it. And it should be a really good time. We've got the Sears Band. They're a local band, and they're coming out, and they're going to do some live music for us. We've got the Thunderdome has graciously donated some goodies for the top 3 winners of both the 5K and the half marathon. And we're trying to just bring in some local businesses, some local talent and stuff like that too, and just make it a really good time. And for the last 3 years, it has been. It's been pretty awesome.
That sounds great. And people can sign up for this on Facebook?
So yeah, our Facebook, we've got an event on there. You can click on the event, Run for Her Life, and that'll take you right to that runsignup.com/runforherlife site. And everything is done on there. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
Now, if somebody is kind of a last-minute straggler, what's the last day that people could sign up?
Well, the run starts at 9 o'clock. The half marathon starts at 9 o'clock on May 11. So I would say 8:59.
Okay. All you last-minuters like myself, 8:59.
And they'll still get their shirts. They'll still get all their stuff.
Oh, nice.
We'll just, yeah.
Usually
So-
last minute people like myself have to forego the shirts,
We are not gonna hold that away from anybody. We're gonna
That's awesome.
just do an order afterward, and we'll ship it out to people.
Oh, that's great,
So-
Colin. Okay. Wonderful. Well, best of luck to you and your wife and in your mission here. And I think Phoenix Phase has a really, really important mission. So
For sure.
best
Yeah,
of
thank
luck
you
for
so
that.
much.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
You bet. Okay, if you're a runner and you know someone that is, point them in the direction of the Phoenix Phase Initiative. Colin Barnes, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.